Hey, good Thursday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresco. Thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Top stories in one moment. But first, let's get to meteorologist Brian Lapis on this, what we have just learned as National Bagel Day. I know you're very excited about that.
Yeah, I love a good bagel.
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor that there were bagels in the building.
That's what they say.
I don't know if there are any bagels left in the building.
Haven't verified it.
I'm going to do some enterprising, do some digging.
Okay.
A little process language there for you. And I will see if there are any bagels left for us before the end of this newscast.
I think that's a good idea.
All right. In the meantime, if you're going out for a bagel, you should be in pretty good shape because probably the bagel rush was earlier this morning. And traffic is in pretty good shape. Look at that. No major backups downtown. The Pike on either side of the river is in good shape, and I-91 to the north of the Pike is also fine. Big changes coming in the temperature department. Let's take a look. We're in the 40s right now in the valley, but notice we're in the 20s right now in the Berkshire. So that cold air, the leading edge of that cold air is somewhere between Northampton and Pittsfield, and it's on its way in on a brisk breeze out of the west-northwest. So be ready. We had temperatures in the upper 30s for the morning commute this morning. Temperatures will more than likely be in the 20s for the evening commute this afternoon and this evening. Allow myself to introduce myself. Clouds and radar, 1244 to 344, showing a few scattered flurries starting to bump up against the Berkshires. That's not a surprise. An isolated flurry or two is possible here overnight. Brighter day tomorrow, but much colder, and we're still tracking the potential for some snow over the weekend with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
The latest on the search and recovery efforts in South Hadley. Crews with the Hampden County Sheriff's Office are still searching for a man who jumped off the Muller Bridge and into the Connecticut River earlier this week. The South Hadley Fire Department first attempted to rescue the man on Tuesday, but he went underwater before he could be reached. Crews have used aerial drones to assist in the search since river conditions have challenged water recovery efforts. We'll have the latest tonight at 5. Uxbridge police officer Stephen Laporta was laid to rest today. He was killed in a crash on Route 146 last week after he was struck by a tractor trailer while helping out another driver. A funeral mass was held this morning at St. Mary's Church in Franklin. Officer Laporta's wake was held yesterday afternoon. He leaves behind his wife Shannon of 17 years and their son Matthew. As protests against immigration authorities continue across the country, the Trump administration now says he may be cutting federal funding from sanctuary cities and states. Here in western Massachusetts, Northampton and Amherst are two major sanctuary jurisdictions that could see their funds cut on February 1st. Back in August, the DOJ released a list of sanctuary cities and states and accused them of not enforcing federal immigration laws. Now, President Trump is aiming to end funding for them, calling them, quote, corrupt criminal protection centers. Holyoke was also on that original list, but they remain classified as a non-sanctuary city due to an existing ordinance. Thousands of Verizon users were without service yesterday due to a massive outage, including many here in western Massachusetts. The Westfield Regional Public Safety Communications Center is reminding residents that regular calls, texts, and mobile data may be unavailable during this time. But the SOS message means that you might still be able to land a 911 call. Captain Drew Pamonte from the Springfield Fire Department also says that if you make a call in SOS mode, another provider will pick up the call and it'll be transferred to dispatch like Springfield's dispatch center. All right, the news we've all been waiting for from the beginning of this newscast. It looks like we have cream cheese in the building, Brian.
I did the digging, I did the research. There are no bagels left.
Ah,
The
so
Dayside people took all the bagels.
So we can just spoon cream cheese.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You got your choice of bacon scallion cream cheese or honey walnut cream cheese. Our friends from Tandem Bagel brought the bagels by. So I'm okay with it. I would rather have the cream cheese because this is really good stuff.
We can each have a container.
You have a lot of those. So anyway, but that's good stuff.
It looks good.
All right, let's take a look at the weather here as you enjoy your bagel. Maybe we've inspired a craving to go out and grab a bagel before the end of the day. 347, clouds and radar showing a few flakes overhead. So the chance for a scattered light snow shower, mainly west of the Connecticut River as this colder air moves in. You can see here on the 22 News Storm Team Skycast, 5 o'clock here this afternoon. I'm going to call it partly cloudy here tonight. It's going to be a little breezy. And again, the flurries will be few and far between, but certainly the chance for some snowflakes, especially in our western hills. You can see a couple of them right there. One over Charlemont, one just north of Pittsfield, say in the Dalton area, Hancock area. So colder air. Temperatures bottom out in the teens here early tomorrow morning. Sunshine rising. Not a bad day here tomorrow by January standards. In fact, it'll be very typical January air with a high of 30 to 34 and partly to mostly sunny skies. We do have some snow in the forecast for Saturday and perhaps Sunday. We'll track that for you on 22 News starting at 5. And by the way, Nick, today is climatologically, actually tomorrow is climatologically the coldest day of the year with an average high of 31 degrees. So tomorrow should fit for that. All right. Far too much time with me talking. Back to you.
Yeah, all right. 4 astronauts returned to Earth this morning in NASA's first ever medical evacuation. The astronauts from the U.S., Russia, and Japan landed around 4 a.m. off the coast of San Diego. This landing cuts their mission short by over a month. The space agency last week announced that the mission would end early due to a serious medical condition. Officials did not confirm which astronaut needed care. A NASA administrator said today that all astronauts are in, quote, safe and good spirits. FIFA says that it has received more than 500 million ticket requests for this year's World Cup. FIFA is asking for more than $8,000 per ticket, sparking backlash from fans. As a result, the organization says that it will offer $60 tickets for every game to the 48 national federations in the tournament. The federations will decide how to distribute them to their fans who attended their previous games. FIFA said it will notify people about their ticket applications no earlier than February 5th and will allocate them randomly. Gillette Stadium will host 7 matches for the FIFA World Cup that begins in July and June. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, we continue our coverage on the recovery operations underway in South Hadley after a man fell into the Connecticut River earlier this week. The latest on that search. Plus, Massachusetts State Police bomb squad members recently neutralized a mechanism containing tear gas that was found in an old safe in Northampton. We'll hear from Massachusetts Governor as well. Maura Healey, her response on the Trump administration's decision to cut federal funding in sanctuary cities, which include Northampton and Amherst. Brian?
Traffic running fine here as we get into the evening commute this Thursday afternoon. No major problems on I-91. There is a bit of a backup on the 291 merge to the Mass Pike. That's unusual. Usually it's over here at the 291 merge with I-91. But regardless, a little bit slow there. Pike looks good, and north of town, we're in good shape. Again, the chance for a little bit of snow here over the weekend. We'll track those chances on 22 News starting at 5. Enjoy your bagels. It's going to be great.
Hey, updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and always on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight starting at 5. Have a bagel on us.